Alright, so got another call. Two systems. They have a lot of work being done on the siding right now, and both systems seem to be struggling. Just a quick check at the panel here to take a look at the breakers, and I could hear some electrical shorting happening. So we're going to take a quick look at the panel and see if there's anything there that could be causing a cooling issue. Here we go. Yeah, looks like the thing's just been jarred loose, probably from the siding work that's being done. So let's go ahead. Be careful here, dealing with live electricity. Breaker panels are always fun, because this is where all the electricity for the house comes from. Meaning that it's got to stay on unless I want to disconnect power to the entire house, which, as you can hear the work in the background, that is not something I can do right now. So we're just going to very carefully remove this panel, see what's going on with that breaker. It is listed as air handler 2, so very good chance that that is our issue. Oh, you hear that? Okay, there's more than one having a problem here. That one is 2. So I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but adjusting that panel, I just got a whole bunch of noise from the condenser unit on the outside of the garage. It was re-engaging because it's got a call for cool. And I bet a lot of these are loose. Oh shit. Okay, we just lost power. Lost the lights there for a second. Alright. Fortunately, the entire panel is going to come off to get access to all the breakers. Yeah, loose, loose, that's loose. Pretty much all of them are loose. Loose. Dang. Alright. So I think we're gonna have pretty good indication here that we have found the issue. Alright. I thought maybe, yeah, that still isn't sitting right. Let's see if we can get that back in there. There we go. All right. There goes the condenser. Number 2. Everything else is pretty tight. So, like I am telling you guys, we are electricians to an extent as well. And there was a perfect example of that, you know. Just walking through the garage, I heard that electrical pop, that short that was happening, which drove me directly to the panel. And the siding work they're having done, they're doing a lot of hammering, they're doing a lot of demo work. And I'm gonna take a wild guess that the hammering that happened on the opposite side of this wall probably jarred all this loose. So we're still gonna check the operations of the equipment, make sure everything is working well. But I think we're gonna have found our problem. Gonna go ahead and get this panel back on, and we're gonna go take a look at the outdoor units and just check the refrigeration operations at this point. Alright, so this is our main house unit. It's much older than the other one, so we're gonna go ahead and just take a quick look at the refrigeration. I'm pretty sure we found our problem, but we want to go ahead and just make sure that was indeed the problem. So 13-year-old unit R410A. Subcool's not looking so hot, but we just got the thing operational. Probably got a high heat load inside too. I'm sure this coil is also very dirty. But our vapor saturation temperature is at 44 degrees, so that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and say this one's operating. We're not going to do a full service check on it. We just wanted to get it operational. There were no issues before the work started here, so I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably cooling fine, and we found our initial issue with the breaker. Alright, it's running, but doesn't sound great. It's just a vibration issue. See if we can tighten that up and make it better. I don't know how much better, but put pressure on it, it stops. So let's go ahead and take a look at the refrigerant cycle on this as well, and then we'll see if we can do something about that noise. Alright. 46, 51 degree saturation. Again, low subcool, but heat load outside is low, and again, probably could use a really good cleaning. Superheat's 24, it's a bit high, but I'm sure the heat load inside is on the higher side as well. Overall, it's cooling. It's not draining yet, but you know what? From the looks of that coil, it probably needs a good maintenance. So, alright, they're cooling. It was all related to the breakers having been jarred loose at the panel from the siding work, and they are all in fact operational at this point. See what they want to do, if there's anything more extensive they want to take a look at. Like I said, recommend a maintenance, or at least let them know one needs to be done at some point. Drain line doesn't have any water coming out of it, so could probably use a good cleaning. And then like I said, the outdoor coil, I can see a lot of dirt. It might not be picking up on the camera, but I can see quite a bit of dirt sitting on it. So go ahead and get these off, put them up, go talk to the homeowner and just let them know what we found, what we did with the panel, what we fixed, and then just the recommendations that these things should probably be cleaned up. All this insulation is pretty shoddy too. Say it wouldn't be a bad idea to re-insulate that as well. So alright, and then I'll see what I can tighten up on this to help with the noise. You can see I got the bag hanging from there, so I have some weight on the unit, and it's caused those noise to stop. I'll see if there's anything I can do screw wise, but it could just need to be, again, pulled apart, maintenance, and put back together, and maybe that'll take care of the problem. But it could certainly use a maintenance. Alright, we'll check back in later. Alright, so I just tightened down everything, kind of put some weight on it, adjusted it a little bit, and we don't nearly have the noise we had when I first walked up on it. So, you know, sometimes you're going to have noisy condensers outside, especially the older they get. 2019, especially the older they get, things work loose, things vibrate loose. You know, part of your maintenance, you're pulling things apart to clean it anyways. It's a good idea to just you know, with your impact, lightly hit some of the screws, tighten things down, get it back to you know, just a solid unit as far as all the construction goes. And most times that's going to take care of your little bit of noise you deal with in the outdoor unit. So overall, I think we're all good to go here. Just recommend their maintenances get done here shortly. All right, so like I said, easy enough call. The siding work that they have being done here was the culprit. I'm sure they were hammering on the exterior walls here pretty good, removing or putting the siding on, and in doing so it jarred half the electrical panel loose. And I only found that because I heard it, and you know, that's part of doing this, is you got some senses: smell, touch, hearing, sight, all that good stuff. So yeah, use them, pay attention. As soon as I walked in, I heard that little short happen in the panel. It was easy enough for me to safely remove the panel, because it is live, obviously, and get all that hooked back up. You know, like I said, about half their breakers were jarred loose, so got those back in position, and now everything outside of just the air conditioners is working properly. But operations were checked, and we are in fact cooling. I can't just pop those breakers in and walk away. I need to make sure that they are in fact operating and cooling before I step foot off this job. So we did that. Everything's good, and another job done.